Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I am Captain Nips, and today we are going to meet the rising sun with our shades on because today we're going to try something. I'm curious about something. We're putting on the shades, we're putting on the blinders. We're going to pick some pilots whose gunnery skill is on the opposite of the good side, just to see how much more difficult is it in a reasonably fair fight when your pilots can't hit the broadside of a barn. So, I'd like to play at the battle level, and I want to grab something in the medium. I'm just going to grab presets for both sides, and then I'm going to tinker with the pilots. So, I'll take medium cavalry, Shadowhawk, Griffin, Centurion, Vindicator. That's great. I like that lineup. We'll give the other side medium Striker, Quick Draw, Kentaro, Hunchback, Commando. Okay, fine. They get a light, but they also get a heavy. That's fine. And then, here's where we're going to get the magic of today. Gunnery, not starting at the top of the list. We're going to go all the way to the bottom and invite some of our nearsighted, farsighted, probably needs corrective lenses friends. Don't take this the wrong way. I wear glasses myself. I know how it can be when you can't see anything in front of you more than 2 inches from your face. Do we really only have... What is going on here? Gunnery. Blockades at 6. So we got Showboat at 3 and Mockingbird at 3. And then it looks like we have a drastic improvement in gunnery skill to 6s and 8s. So let's take Ozone for his 6 gunnery and 3 tactics in case we get a called shot. And Blockade, also a 6 and a 3. Let's take him. Okay. What did that end up giving us? That gave us, I think that's Strategic Genius. That's Bulwark, clearly. These are Death from Above. Hey, we're in Death from Above mechs. Maybe we can redeem ourselves from the Death from Above video. Maybe. On the other end of the bargain, I'm actually going to tip this in their favor and set them up with a bunch of pilots that are specifically chosen for their good skill. Paradise is good in a light mech. We want that. Gunnery wise, we're going to throw in Sumo, in the Hunchback, Kentaro. Wildfire is fine. She's a good shot. And Quick Draw with... Yeah, we'll just go with Kraken. Kraken is fine. As for engagement arena, Alpine River, Foggy Day or Frozen Day. Let's just go with a nice, wide open. Not really trying to leverage the environment situation. Let's see how badly our less keen-eyed pilots will be missing their shots. I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be very unpleasant for me, just because I hate it when I see a 60-65% chance to hit, and it's like, it's better than a coin flip. I don't like flipping coins personally. I would prefer things in the 80% plus range. Okay, so we're going to leverage the terrain at all. What do we got here? We got so Mockingbird in her Vindicator, PPC, LRM, couple of short range guns. So she's more of a standoff mech.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Ozone in his Centurion, also in a standoff mech. But as we know, Centurions can get into a brawl if they need to. Griffin, large, medium lasers, LM5s, and Shadowhawk, AC5, LM5. So we're kind of in a lance of standoff-ish mechs anyway. So I think what I want to do is pick an engagement spot and just set up, let them come to me, which is starting to become a drumbeat on this series. Let them come to me. We know the AI will come to me, so... But I think I'm going to go back around to the left, up, try and get into the tree cover here with this ridge, make them come through the water, kind of break up lines of sight until we can get to that point. So, let's get to moving.
I'm there.
Acknowledge, Commander. Yep.
Everybody's on the move. Gazing off in the distance at where the enemy should come from. No sensor targets. No sensor targets. Wasn't super surprised at that. Let's see. Mockingbird and Vindicator. Why are you being so slow? Should we jump? We should jump.
Acknowledge.
Ozone, you're toward the front of the pack. I want you to just keep pushing.
Roger that, Commander.
Showboat, likewise, you've got a clear line to run.
Coordinates received.
Blockade. Sure.
Got it.
Try and keep the group together for now. That's not bad. We're within a few dots of movement from each other. Decent positioning. As boring as it might be, I think what I end up just doing is setting up a firing line here. I already said I was going to make them come to me, which, sure. And then just line up and wait to see how badly our gunnery skill impacts
Commander?
actually hitting targets. No, sprint. That's about all we get out of her. Ozone, you're in the middle. Can we actually get into the trees? Okay, this is a tree here. The firing arc is not great. Let's back up a tree. That's actually more difficult somehow to get a turn on. How about we just do this? Middle of the forest. Hunker down. Take advantage of some of that cover.
Good to go.
Showboat. How far into the forest can you get? Decent ways. Decent ways. Let's get there.
Moving out.
Blockade. Pulling up the rear.
Position confirmed.
Will they find me this turn? Nope. Guess not. Alright. That means we get to very precisely position ourselves for the oncoming rush. Let's see. This is in the forest and can face the correct direction.
Coordinates received.
Oh, hello.
I got a
There we
sensor
go.
trace.
Ooh. Was not expecting to see two down there. Ozone. Get up there. Get yourself a firing solution.
What
Showboat.
can I do for you?
Same. And blockade.
What do you need?
Can you get over here? Let's see, what do we got going on? This is not a forested spot. That is not a forested spot. So we'll take up the corner of this forest here.
Roger.
Dancing our way through the glades. And here we go. Alright, so leading off will be the commando trying to search us out. Is he gonna make it up the hill to line of sight? Ooh, 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 ooh. There were flickers of it. There were flickers of it, and we didn't get it in the end. I could move one of my mechs out, get a line of sight, and fire a bunch of stuff indirectly to kind of chip down that commando from here. So what do we got?
Waiting for orders.
Yup.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Everybody's got some kind of LRM launcher equipped.
Ready to rock. Standing by.
I think what I'll try and do Is there any way to get a line? Okay, so I'd have to be down here. That's interesting. She gets an indirect line from there, but even though there's no one spotting for her necessarily. What over here? Anything? Nope. Alright. I still want to keep my distance. I think I'm going to... Let's see what... Can she jump? Can we get on a jump? We can get a decent line of fire from there. Might be too close for the PPC though. I'm a little worried about the obstruction there. Can I get there on a regular move? I can't get there on a regular move. We'll just move here. It's not the greatest. I just want to be able to fire all these LRMs while I get the chance.
Incoming baggage.
Because I think my strategy needs to be to take as many shots as I can. Because I'm going to be missing a lot of shots. Alright, so modifiers here. Height difference is a bonus. Weapon accuracy for the medium laser at least is a bonus. But then you've got an obstruction, which we can see. Target moved, clearly. Target size, small mechs, harder to hit. And then roll that in with Mockingbird's astonishing gunnery skill. And you get this hot garbage here. I think we take the shot regardless. Let's turn off the LRM because boy is that not going to hit. And now she's at least spotting for... Ooh, good hit. Took the 45%. We get our coin flip in that case. And now I think we just need to... Oh, got a line of sight from there. Interesting. Also not great because this guy's going to pound the crap out of Mockingbird.
Getting banged up real good.
Yep. Yep, we'll pull you back in a turn.
Skipper.
Alright, so straight to the firing phase. Indirect coin flip with the LRM. Well, that's why we've set up where we've set up. Also dodges. Certainly not helping the cause. What else do they got? They got another medium. Yep. He's so far away though, that's not going to matter for this early part of the engagement. Showboat.
I hear ya.
40% with the indirect LRM. Pow pow. Land a couple of missiles, but nothing of consequence. Blockade. So this time I'm going to check Curious now. We have the height difference that's in our favor. Indirect fire is a +4 penalty, which is as much as the commando moving, plus his target size. I mean, clearly... So Blockade and Ozone were the two pilots on my Lance that had middling to good gunnery 6s. So even with that, 6 gunnery, a +8 modifier is putting us at 50% hit. I like coin flips. Let's just fire pennies at these guys because it's doing about as much effective work as throwing change at them would. Alright, so that's the quick draw. Yep. Okay. And now we're into crap, pull back position.
Minimal.
Alright, so Mockingbird,
Here.
I want you to jump back to... we can jump back basically right back to your spot. I may be losing line of sight if I do this, but I'm actually okay with that because she's getting shot at and I'd rather that stop for the time being. Sensor lock, however, says we can get a line on some of these guys. I like sensor lock. Sensor lock can be useful. We'll open up that commando. Let their medium go. One of their 2 mediums. So I don't think he's going to break into line of sight. Yeah, didn't think so. Alright, so Ozone. Let's continue to fling ineffectual LRMs. What do we got this time? So this time, because the commando didn't move. Commando stood there and fired on Mockingbird. That's what happened. So, because it didn't move, we gained about 15% chance to hit on these indirect missiles. Still not great. Also, though, that means it's not going to be dodging. Nice. There we go. I think here is the time... Nope, yep, gotta let their other medium move up. Here's the time when we let the rain fly. 55%. Again, height. Plus height, minus target, minus indirect fire. Yep, okay.
Tell me what to do.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. Alright, landing some hits. The one side torso's already open. We're working the other side torso now. 65%. It is modifiers. Yep, alright. Everybody's modifiers are all basically the same, and we're ending up with 65% on these indirect shots. Okay. Not ideal, but that was actually a pretty good round of weapons fire, all things considered, with only 50 to 65% chances to hit.
I'm taking a pounding, Commander.
Yeah, it's okay. You got armor. You can take it. Again, the light mech, not really... Not sure what that light mech is thinking. That said, we've got a line of sight on the quick draw now.
Reading you.
And it's direct, which means we should... Oh! Or is it? Apparently not. That's interesting. We're going to have to move Mockingbird a little bit. I want to get that line of fire. So let's move to these trees over here.
Move order received.
Yep. This is good. There we go. Alright, so now... No indirect fire. We're going to use the direct fire. The LRM's probably at minimum range. Yeah, we're at minimum range. Whew, that is a penalty. Plus 12. Medium lasers at 75, PPC's at 75. That's actually really good odds. I like those, given what these pilots have. Ooh, right to the CT. We like that. Oh, focus fire. Pull off 75 of the 85 armor on that CT. Wow. Showboat. That's right. Keep tanking, baby.
Okay, that was bad.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Ozone.
Ready to rock.
Alright, so the LRMs, again, medium range is probably not helping. Yep, that's that. Take that away. But, Gunnery 6 at good range, you know, the sweet spot. Target size -1. Trying to figure this out. Target size on the commando was the other way around, which makes sense, I think. Anyway, these are good numbers. We're going to leverage these good numbers. Oh, baby. This quick draw is having a bad day.
Ha! You like that?
Medium mech in the back. As usual, there's one tailing the entire team by a full turn or more. Let's see. Kintaro, quick draw, commando. I don't remember what the fourth one was. Shadowhawk? If it's a not sure. Alright, Showboat. Bad gunnery. Quick draw. We're in the sweet spot. We've got bonuses for being higher than the target. Target being big. Medium... Oh, lasers being accurate weapons. Which is an interesting mechanic there. Target moved. So zeros. 0 modifier to hit. Actually, 0 modifier to hit. That's weird, because -1, -1, -1 is -3, plus 2 is -1. We'll get a shot modifier of 0. Game, I think your math is off. I mean, I don't mean to call you out on it, but You may wanna check your math game. That said, 75's to hit is good, and if we get a CT shot on this guy, no, spreading the damage. Although we did crit out the SRM4. That's good. Blockade.
What do you need?
We're not reserving anybody, because Blockade's one of our 2 good firing pilots. I like the odds here that he just pops this quick draw. Yeah, there you go. Bad day quick draw.
Gotcha.
That was a remarkably well focus fired set of actions on that quick draw. Starting from Mockingbird, whose gunnery is not that great to start with. Showboat's starting to take it. Might have to step her back a step. Are any of my pilots unsteady? There's some unsteadiness going around. So one of the things I've learned, having read the manual and with online discussions, getting knocked down sucks, and you can help prevent that by
Commander?
reserving units to remove unsteady, but that also gives up. What does it give up here? I downed their heavy. We're gonna go my mech, their mech, my mech, their mech, my mech, my mech. So reserving 2 of my mediums actually does not matter in terms of this turn order. So I think what I'll do, try this out.
Good to go.
Okay, so Showboat is probably on the verge of falling down. I'm going... How does this work? I hit the reserve. Everybody that hasn't acted goes into the next phase. So I actually need to select the ones I want to fire with first.
Yeah.
Use them. Take my good shots here. Remove the LRMs. 60, 65%. What do we got here? 60. Obstructed. Obstructed by what? Oh, there. This tiny obstruction. Okay, well, or we could go against the Kantaro with much better numbers. I think we, despite wanting to kill this commando, I think we need to maximize our percent chances to hit.
Confirmed.
So let's just send some shots at this Kantaro. Kind of spreading it around. Okay, that's good. Ow.
Dang it, that hurt.
How? Oh, knockdowns. There we go. Okay, literally took an LRM, a single LRM missile to the head. Yeah, alright, that's how it goes.
Waiting for orders.
Showboat? No.
What are your
Ozone?
orders,
No.
Skipper?
Mockingbird. So Mockingbird's the one that we want to reserve to next turn. Or next phase.
Confirmed.
Ozone can just fire at will. Ozone can get 65-85 or 60-75. The Commando is clearly less of a threat at this point, but we could possibly just pop it. Kintaro's got a lot of armor left. Let's see if we can take out this Commando. Just get it off the board.
Here we go.
We can certainly make its day real bad. Real bad. Ooh. Alright, so that does a good job of taking the Commando out of the fight. Medium laser and SRM2 is nothing to sneeze at. That could do some work on us over time if I let that Commando live too long. But its big gun is out. It's down a leg, so it's not going to be sprinting behind us or any BS shenanigans like that. So we can deal with that in due time. I think I'm going to reserve and see if this clears the stability damage that Mockingbird has been taking.
Right, Commander.
That did not seem to have the effect
Yes,
that I was
Commander.
expecting. I think I may need to check the manual on that one. Is it the only the one pilot with the initiative bonus and stability control skill that gets that? Well, at any rate, we're here. They're here. I somehow do not have a line of sight. That's curious to me. So we need to get our way to a line of sight. Which unfortunately means
Location
I'm
confirmed.
moving. Which does that do? Does it take into account her movement? No. Target moved. So it's not counting the firing unit's movement in terms of chances to hit. A little bit different from tabletop, but that's fine. 65 and 70. Is there any min-range here? Nope, just target moved. Target moved. Accurate weapon. So it looks like accurate weapon gets you... That +1 there is worth 5% extra chance to hit. It's an extra 1 in 20. That's not bad. I mean, that's a nice bonus. That's a nice perk for laser weapons.
Affirmative.
Woo! Look at that PPC fly. And, yeah. Alright. Roll some dice and flub. It happens. She is one of our 2 poor shots.
Good to go.
Not murdered. Showboat needs to stand up. She can stand up. Let's see how badly that impacts her weapons fire numbers. So stood up is +4. That's pretty rough. So if you can avoid being knocked down at all, that seems like a thing you would want to avoid. +5 shot modifier is pretty steep. If I moved to melee, because Showboat... Okay, so let's think about this. The whole point of this video is to see how badly does a bad gunnery impact your ability to shoot your weapons from range. Let's stick to that tact, even though we know she's a better melee pilot than gunnery pilot. Let's take our coin flips and just see where this takes us. Heat-wise, we're in decent shape.
Firing everything I've got.
Oh, I fired the Aileron by accident. Which actually landed. So we'll take it, even though I didn't really intend to. Alright. Bad News Commando on one gimpy leg. Where is he moving? Apparently he's feeling very brave because he wants to face tank for the team. Wow, he is getting some good distance in. Is he going to throw it? Huh. Alright, that was a little weird. I mean, if I were a commando pilot down a leg and down an arm, I don't know that I would march straight into the teeth of the enemy team. But, I mean, I'm not this guy. Maybe he's got a plan. Maybe he's just being a distraction. It's so far being a very good distraction. You know what? Let's skip that. Let's skip that one. Oh. There's Gintaro. Oh, he's just moving for position on Choco. As she's now taking all the hits. Oh, but shutting down. That seems like a bad idea, dude. Mockingbird. Where are you? You are here. This is a mess. Here we go. So she has an obstructed line of sight to the Kintaro and a 50% chance to hit with the PPC. Let's just set this up and look at the numbers. Obstructed is a +2. Short range is +12. So it's the short range that's killing this PPC. Even if I were to use inspiration, that's not going to help. We need to get out of the short range for that PPC. And preferably with a nice clean line of fire. That's from the right side. What's this guy got going on? Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter. Let's just move over here. Take our called shots. Got cover 100% because called shot target. Which for a pilot that has a 3 gunnery, that is a huge boon. I don't have to spend inspiration. This guy just flubs his tactics. We get free shots on him. That's good. We can work with that. This guy's gonna... Nope, he's still not gonna show up to the party.
Commander?
Showboat. 90% chance to hit. We are going to take those numbers and run with them.
All weapons are go.
Apparently they can hit the broadside of barns so long as the barns aren't moving or capable of moving. I'm okay with that, truth be told. Over here, is it because he's got a garbage line of sight? What's going on here? Called shot. What's the deal? 75s. Alright, so refire penalty on the autocannon. Target is shut down. Target is shut down. Huh. So apparently, if you have a negative total modifier due to the situation, the shot modifier gets rounded up to 0. That seems not great. Like, I should be able to exploit this Kentaro for all it's worth while it's shut down and standing in the literal sweet spot of basically all my guns. And the fact that my two poor gunnery skilled pilots mostly were able to take advantage of that, but one of my pilots that can hit things while they're moving is having problems with this. Seems completely backwards to me. So I'm going to do something silly. I'm going to inspire him.
Let's hit him hard.
And then, yeah, bring that up to 90s. And let's just CT this guy out. We're going to try. We're going to do some work.
Scored a critical hit.
Kentaro's going to get to wake up. And then move and do its thing. This guy's going to move around and actually melee my mech. Sure. You just...
See daylight through my armor.
Ah, you're fine.
Waiting for orders.
You're fine, Showboat. I would say, though, take your shot while you can. Take your shots while you can, please.
Commencing
Oh,
strike.
overheat. I did not look at the heat scale before I pulled the trigger. Still, she's doing work.
My hit's getting pretty high.
And the Kentaro wakes up. Kentaro wakes up but doesn't do anything. Oh, right. That's what happens when you power up. I have had that. That is not new. That is not new even in the slightest. Let's see what Mockingbird's 2-hit now is, now that this mech is standing up. So she had a guaranteed hit last turn. Now she's lost 25% of her chance to hit. Again, even though she's got no modifiers and also a bonus modifier on the medium laser for accuracy. Well, can't argue that the other mech is not able to dance around in place since it is powered up again. Ooh. Where did that 50 go? Did that hit the CT? I think that hit the CT through transfer. Hunchback. Oh, that's bad for Showboat. Ooh, she is tanking like a
Back up through
champ.
my armor, Commander.
Yes, I'm aware. We've got slightly more important things to deal with. AC 10, 75, refire modifier, now at +2. Those refire modifiers are going to get real annoying, I feel, in the long term.
Yep.
85. So let me get this straight. Blockade firing on a shutdown and an immobile target had 75s to hit, if I recall. And now that the target is mobile again, his shot percentages have gone up. Game, why are you playing me like this? What is going on? Also, just kill this guy. There we go. Make the question completely moot. Remove that guy as a ongoing concern. And this guy's going to continue to punch Showboat in the leg because he's desperate and wants attention. Oh, but That's not great. I think we'll have her turn around and do work on this commando as compensation for that. We've already established that her gunnery skills are not, are not great. I think we've proven that well enough, and we want to kill it. I want to kill this commando. Please murder it.
Got it.
Leg, CT, whichever. Come on, think it through. I know it's hard, but he's been nibbling on your right leg for 2 turns now. There we go. Punch clean, at it again. That does leave my back exposed, but my back has more armor than my front on that mech, so we'll let this hunchback do whatever work it feels it needs to. Yep.
I'm bleeding, Commander.
Must have come from the side. Also, why is my camera bugging out? Alright, Mockingbird.
Yes, Commander.
Can you hit the next target in line? Slightly better than coin flips. Heat is fine. Make it happen.
Firing.
Woof. Yeah, it's those 65% chance to hit ones that really kill me, because it's like 2/3 likely to hit, 1/3 not. 1/3 not seems not great. It's kind of pinning your hopes and dreams on it, but not you know, don't be surprised when it doesn't get there. Speaking of not getting there, refire penalty again. Target moved. Got the ammo for it. There's no reason not to. We got the ammo and the heat scale for it, so there's absolutely no reason not to fire that gun. This is not going to turn into a protracted engagement. There's only 1 enemy mech left, so we'll just firing line up. Blockade. Buddy. Why are your numbers so all over the place? Ah ha ha! We have become obstructed. That little ridge is working against me. I think we will move in a manner in which that clears that up. We can move right up on top of the ridge. Sure.
On it.
I'm giving up my cover, but Blockade's mech is completely fresh. There we go. 75, 85, 90. I have all the heat in the world to work with. Let's just throw LRMs, because they're not going to get any more chances to fire for the most part. Ooh! Take that right arm off. Pepper the rest. Alright, Hunchback, what you got? Ooh. Yep.
We lost a unit.
Yep, I'm aware. Sorry, Showboat. We'll evac you out after this last guy's done. Mockingbird, can you, with decent position, how do you not have line of sight from there? Or there. Alright. Can you, with rear side position, make this work for us? Your PPC is going to be in minimum range by a whole lot. Wow. Wow, that's bad. I mean, the LRMs are bad as well. We've got a ton of heat scale to work with. We have all the ammo in the world. This is the last target. I have no reason not to fire even the bad percentage weapons, because maybe you get lucky. Nope, not with PPC. Got there with a laser. Ozone.
Confirm.
You are standing right the hell there. Sure, why not? Continue to use these. Oh, hey, his heat scale's actually looking
I'm on him.
like I need to pay attention to it, so let's just work this situation. Blockade.
Yeah.
On a move, you can get to here, which is its right side. On a jump, you can get anywhere you want. Jumping is a big penalty for heat and weapons fired, though. We'll take it. Just so we can see what the numbers look like. Minimum range. Ooh, right. Ocam 5. target moved, refire. So it does not include a penalty for your own movement, including jumping. That's huge because tabletop jumping is a huge penalty to hit. Like +3 is absolutely nothing to sneeze at when you're rolling 2d6. There's also the heat to be involved. The heat's fine, even if we fire with everything, even if we fire with these real bad percentage shots. +15. That's amazing. And 14. I think I would like to go and learn how they do their 2-hit calculations, because this one is +15 penalty, which results in a 35% chance to hit. This one is +14, which also results in a +35% chance to hit. These two weapons have +2 for target moved, 75%. This one has +2, but weapon accuracy. And in this case, the weapon accuracy is getting me 10% extra chance to hit. Yeah, I would really love to just sit down with a table of numbers and try and understand how these numbers are generated. Not the modifiers, but the actual final percent number. Alright. Punch time. Headbutts. You're really going to headbutt a Centurion. I mean, he did dink up his leg a little bit. And the laser for good measure. Wow.
That shot got through my armor.
That's mean. It's mean, sir. Mockingbird.
Reading you.
Can you get to a better rear arc where that minimum range penalty does not suck? Oh, also, that's now on his left side. Paying attention for the win.
Target locked.
Also, you just put your PPC shot into the back of your friendly target. I would be curious if they implement, if Harebrained implements any sort of incidental friendly fire mechanics. I wouldn't mind that, because it would mean the positioning of your mechs is that more important. What do we got going on here? We are right in this guy's face. Chances to hit are good. Actually have enough headroom in my heat to fire the LRMs, but that's silly.
Here we go.
Puts me right up on the edge of the overheat part of the scale. We're just gonna work this guy down to the bone anyway. Blockade now. You, my buddy, can get a good line of sight on this guy
Copy that.
from behind. Not that it, well, yeah, it matters. 119 on the front center versus 7 on the rear center. That's a worthwhile positional advantage. Boy, we're going to work that center torso. Yep, 12 left. Did I ruin its ammo bins? I think I ruined its ammo bins. Interesting. Ozone. Not really proving anything by just standing here and shooting him, but when this game is over, I think I've learned what I set out to learn with this particular match, which is, all right, how badly do the gunnery skills really hurt you if they are not good? The answer is they can hurt you in specific instances, and they on par will push your percentage chance to hit down, you know, anywhere from 25 to, I don't know, I want to say 50%. Like the lowest 2 hits that I saw without minimum range modifiers or things like that, you know, we're down into the 45-50% range, coin flip range. We got 75s here because we're at a decent range. Yeah, just no shot modifier on the PPC. Interestingly enough, the weapon accuracy modifier on the medium laser is not getting me anything for this shot. So again, oh, also I'll be overheating, so let's turn off those LRMs.
Target lock on
Probably put this guy out. Yeah. There we go. So, bad gunnery. Does it hurt you? It certainly doesn't help. And I could see a situation, especially in a campaign style game where, you know, if you're first starting out, you don't have access to good pilots, you're kind of taking guys with 3s across the board, dare I say even lower than that. I'm not sure how low the game will generate a, or how low the game will generate a pilot, or if HBS is pre-programming these, you know, how low of gunnery is allowed in the game. Can you get a 1 gunnery? It certainly impacts your ability for your mechs to hit their targets, so you do have to be a little bit more careful to set up good ranges, good positioning. And it would be interesting when we finally get the campaign where you can't just do what I've been doing in these skirmishes, which is pick a point to fight over, stand there and let the enemy come to you so that you're choosing the engagement area. How much that will impact, that lack of gunnery will impact in campaign style games. That said, this still went pretty well. I only lost 1 mech. The rest of them are in really good condition. We pretty much chewed the other team to bits. Again, though, exploiting the AI's inability to mob up and focus fire real well. Although they worked my Griffin. I'll give them that. 14 rounds, 40 minutes, a little bit longer than usual. Mostly because I worked through a lot of armor this time. Except for that quick draw. That quick draw had a real bad day. Just crested the ridge and immediately took everything to the CT. Any MechWarrior Online player knows exactly how that feels, because sometimes you just round the corner and pop. Anyway, good match, good game, and that'll be all for today on BattleTech in the Morning. I am Captain Nips as always. Thanks for watching. Signing off.